Thank you for joining me, Scott Ryan here. It is inexplicable. I mean, there are tens of thousands of fans, Cleveland Brown fans, taking to Twitter. It's going viral. This hashtag Tressel for Cleveland. People wanting Jim Tressel, the Ohio-born and bred champion, who has been destined to bring this team, finally, after the past 50 years, out of the Cleveland curse. And you hear all kinds of arguments from pseudo-intellectuals and talking idiots in the media about why Jim Tressel wouldn't be a good coach. They're all platitudes that have no basis in reality, but we've addressed those. The video with the 10-year-old girls addressed that well. They did it quite cogently. But what's frustrating is, here's an example. I'm at Cleveland.com this afternoon, and I see on the front page an article talking about how Bob Stoops may now be a front runner for the coaching job. It is absolutely inexplicable. So now the talking idiots in the media who have a problem with Jim Tressel, with all his national championships he's had everywhere he's gone, all the arguments that they make about why Jim Tressel wouldn't be a good coach for the Browns, all of a sudden Bob Stoops, those same arguments don't apply to him. Now, wouldn't you want the guy with the most national championships? Now, they go with that narrative just like they did with McDaniels. Oh, but Bob Stoops, he's an Ohio-born and bred coach, Cleveland Browns fan. The same thing applies to Tressel. Again, the only difference is Tressel's got a lot more national championships. I mean, I have nothing against Bob Stoops, but it's confounding, people. There is literally, it is so obvious to the fans. It is so obvious to everybody except for the trolls. There's a few trolls at Cleveland.com and some pseudo-intellectuals, talking idiots in the media, who refuse to see it, despite it slapping them in the face. They would throw away all their standards that they're using for Jim Tressel, ostensibly, not using those for other college coaches like Stoops. They would have had no problem with Chip Kelly either, even though Tressel beat him. But it's confounding. It is a great argument, empirical evidence, toward the notion of the fact that Cleveland seems to have this demon of which it needs to be exorcised. It's this demon of perpetual losership that it defies any logic. There's no basis in logic. What the hell is wrong with Cleveland? And Haslam, if you go for this narrative with Stoops, then you're just as bad. Unacceptable. It is time to go with the basic sense, to go with the obvious. And like the girl said, don't overthink this. It's time to move on to a new era and break that Cleveland curse. Thank you for joining me. I'm Scott Ryan.